Okay. Uh, okay, the match has started. In romantic side, it's set 2. BBMW versus Carpenoctem. It's a TVP match. Well, it's a friendly match, and I know that there is quite a big MMR gap between the players, especially for the Terran players. He's 4,000 in KR server, and for the Protoss player, he is 2,800. Anyway, the match has started. It is Carpenoctem on the right bottom hand corner, the Protoss player, and for the left top hand corner we have the BBMW player, the red Terran. Okay, so, well, honestly it's my first time to cast by English. We always used to cast by Korean, and so kinda awkward. Thanks. Anyways, so I guess our red Terran player he's going for the proxy on the right hand. I guess it could be just a mind game, because he's only building one barrack very near his base, and this Protoss player, he's going for a search. And if he goes for a search and he sees 2 gas and there's no barrack, he might think it might be a front proxy, so he will maybe do any overreaction or something. So we should see how he reacts. Okay, so, and he's also gonna block this area so the Reaper cannot do any search on the base. Okay, he checked there's no the second base. Okay, and he also saw that there's no barrack in the base, and he just producing Barons. Okay. Carpet, he needs to check that there is 2 gas. He's starting from the 2 gas player, and now he's going for his frontal base. But since he's not building his, okay, he's going for the second pylon, and he also needs to build a battery in case the Red Terran player goes for any further harassment. It could be Hellion harassment, it could be cloaked Widow Mine, Armory harassment, so we need to check. And the Terran player is heavily teching up. He is building for an early factory right here. And he's going for the warp gate and the stalker. Okay, as I predicted, the Protoss player is going for the battery in case of further harassment, since he saw that there's no second base, second command center. However, the Red Terran player is building the second command center in his base. Okay, honestly, I'm really curious to see what the Terran player would go for. Okay, he's going for the siege tank. That it would be a one hard push. He's gonna check that the Protoss got the frontal base and a battery. And okay, he's doing all the searches. He would certainly feel good. Okay. So there will be a medevac, and I think it will be 4 marine, 1 siege tank, 1 medevac push. Oh, nope. Maybe if he build the tech lab, I'm sure that it can be a Banshee, a cloak Banshee, and 2 tank, 1 cloak Banshee, and 8 marine push, which is very severe to the Protoss if he's going for the early third base. And I guess we should see what's going on. Yeah, this is it used to be famous in KR server, 1 Banshee and 2 tank and marine push with probably like 3 SCVs building bunker, which snipes the third base for the Protoss. However, if the Protoss player doesn't go for the early third base, then it certainly will get countered, because blink stalkers, it would definitely harass the Terran player. And yeah, let's see if the first Banshee comes out, the Terran player needs to go for a push, but he's not. So I'm also thinking maybe he is thinking about going mech, which TY did in the early times of this year, when he was doing some mech plays. But as he is going for the second barrack, I guess he's not going for mech. Okay, then I have zero idea about what the Terran player is doing, and I feel like the Protoss player, he is trying to defend the further push of Terran and then take the third base. Yeah, and this is really good move. I hope the stalkers can just move up to the front base, the front of the Terran's base, and keep checking if the Terran player is wishing to do any further push or do any rush and deny the third base. And we can also check that there's 2 Banshees going around to kill the probes, and there's not even a battery, and there's no observer, which would severely kill the workers right here. Okay, the cloak is done, and when the Banshees go in and there's no observer, it's gonna kill at least 10 or 12 probes right here, and the stalkers are even out. Okay, and Oracle hallucination is gonna see that Terran is going for the bio, but the problem, okay, now 6 probe kills, 7. I'm sure it will be more than 10 kills since observer is produced right now. Okay, he's producing the stalkers, he's warping the stalkers, but since he got no observers, there's no way that he can kill the Banshees, and even there's no battery, and even though there was battery, because it's 2 Banshees can always just one-shot the probe. So It's 15 pro kill. Okay, he's going for cheese. And the boys are going out. Okay, he should react very quick. Okay, two stalkers are dead. This is really tough push. I don't know if Protoss can stop this rush, because I'm sure that the steam pack will finish when he arrives right here. Okay, and there's no Colossus, there's only Stalkers, and Stalkers can never kill these SCVs, because SCVs, they are just so strong. They're like the best warriors. They're even sometimes better than the Marines. Okay, there's no better overcharge, and there's no Colossus, there's only Stalkers, and the steam's gonna finish within a few seconds. I don't think that Protoss player can stop this ever, but we should also consider that there is a ping problem for the Terran. So if there is any micro mistake, the Protoss player can always just defend, and he's got the third base. Well, so if he defends this rush, he can always win, and he's not spending the resources. He has 900 mineral banked up. He needs to spend all these minerals and gases to stop this, and he should also build more pylons, because he would get supply blocked within few minutes. Okay, there's 4 bunkers, and even though there's immortal, it's gonna take ages to get rid of the bunkers, and since there's no lens upgrade, stalkers, the range of stalkers, it's too short. There's 5 siege tanks. I don't think Protoss can defend this, even though he spends up all his resources. Because Banshees, they did so many kills. Okay, the second base and third base are gone. Stalkers are going around to deny the additional units coming. But I don't think Protoss can win this match. There's too many tanks, too many bunkers, and too many Marines here. And it's all steamed, and now the combat shield is done. I think it would be a GG. Yeah. There's no way the Protoss player, even if Parting comes, like it may be grandfather of Parting. Okay, GG. That's a GG. GG, well play. Okay. Okay, anything but 2K and Backhead. Okay, Backhead industry. I think the Backhead industry is way better for the Terran players, especially for TVZ. Okay. Channel. Okay, now where do I have to go?
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
all right, all right.
alright.
I saw that you were in our Discord. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's go. It's TVT. On Big Cat Industry. Okay.
Beckett Industry.
Yep.
Um,
It's weird he picked a Big Cat Industry because I think it's like for TVT. I don't think it's a really good map.
the rush distance is really short,
Yep.
so I would expect like at least some cheesy shit, but I doubt it.
Yeah, we should see.
I know Magnus.
Well, I don't know if Stacey he got something ready. He got some kind of crazy thing ready for this map, because since the rush distance is very short, I'm sure he can do something crazy. Because still there is quite a bit of MMR gap between these players. It would be around 800. The BBMW player, he's like 4,000, 3,900 in KR server. Okay. Game started on the left, right, bottom hand corner, the blue Terran, it will be Stacey D. And for the top right hand corner, it will be BBMW, the red Terran. Okay, so.
So what made you guys choose a 3,900 MMR player to open up in the clan war?
You should know that we have a different MMR system between the KR and EU and NA. For us, the 3,700 is where the Diamond League starts. So I asked if we can do Dia match, and I guess there was a bit of misunderstandings because in NA server the Dia League starts from lower MMR, I guess. And for us,
Yeah, Diamond.
yeah. So I guess there was a bit of a misunderstanding. Okay, now he's going for 3 racks.
Is it 3? Yeah. One
Yeah.
at home. One at
Yeah.
home. One at home.
Yeah, it would be 3 racks Reaper. And Blue Terran is going for the 2 gas. So this certainly is a build that can defend the 3 racks Reaper. However, we should always be aware of the fact that the red Terran, he is having severe the ping problem. So I've also tried playing a bit in NA server, and like it reacts like 1 or 1.5 seconds late. So the blue Terran, he's got certainly he's got some advantage at micro heavy build. So we should see how Stacey can defend these 3 racks.
Now, I will say, coming off of my match, that the ping there's not really a ping advantage, because my random is the same MMR as Steezy's Terran.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where it's like I immediately felt behind as soon as I saw his push come across the map, and I didn't realize that it was going to be like this massive kind of tank push.
Yeah. Even I didn't realize what the Terran player was doing, because he was producing 2 Banshees. I thought maybe he's going for mech, because the BBMW, he prefers going mech play. Okay, but well, okay, he's got 1 Reaper, and he's got 1 more Hellion, and if he does some micro on the Hellion, he can certainly defend this 3 racks
Yeah,
push.
this is held.
Yeah, it's defended pretty much.
Now, I don't know what your follow-up would normally be, but my follow-up would normally be A, to finish this wall off, and just keep producing Hellions. Maybe get a bunker in
Yeah.
my main.
I would certainly get a bunker because if I know that it's like 3 racks proxy, but for 2 racks proxy I don't go for the bunkers. But since the blue player hasn't done any searches, oh my god, he's got all his Hellions dead. Oh,
GG.
That's GG. It's too bad because he should have built the bunker because he should be aware of the fact if he defends this he can like certainly this match. So it's a bit of a pity.
Yeah, I definitely think building that bunker as soon as you establish the fact that your opponent is actually just building Reapers and that's all he's doing.
Yeah.
Is like the bunker is like the mainstay of your defense,
Yeah.
right? It gives you something to retreat to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And allows for your units to stay in the fight longer.
Okay, it will be a light shade for the next match. So I guess 11 is playing this match.
Yep.
If I'm correct. Okay.
11 is our ace here.
Yeah, true though. I've tried playing with him and he's quite nice. I played with his Zerg and I'm 5k Terran in KR server and he managed to defend for like pretty much 15 minutes. We played 15 to like 16 minutes game. He was well aware of how to do a tech change from Hydra Link to Lurker Link. So I was kind of surprised because his MMR is not that high and he just managed to play quite well.
Yeah, 11 is misleading in the way he plays. I've played against him a decent amount, and you know the one thing that I would say that his reaction is not the best to is just straight up mech. His reaction to mech most of the time is actually Muta. And now if BB opens up like he did in that first game,
yep,
the Muta will just straight up kill him.
True though, but I'm sure the BB would go for a mech play because he doesn't have any deep understanding of how to play biomatch, and since there's a ping problem, I'm sure he would go for mech play like he did in the first game. But we should always see if he is willing to do any crazy thing. Since he's the first player and there's like 3 more players behind, he can always do the 2 racks proxy, 3 racks proxy, since it's okay that he dies and he's still got 3 more players behind. So yep.
If you don't mind me asking, what are the next 3 players in your guys' roster if we do get to that kind of point? Like how does the MMR increase from this point on
not
for you
much,
guys?
like 100 or like 200. Like this BB guy, he's like 3,900 or 4,000, and the other guys behind are like 4,100 or like 4,000, 4,200. So I try to make like the least difference in the MMR because I didn't want it to be like one-side game. So
Well, it's definitely looking like a one-side raffle stomping right now.
Because we had some misunderstandings, and we even had some misunderstandings in the time difference because we have like 14 hours time difference, and we were originally playing at Saturday, and it's Saturday here, but for you guys it's Friday. So like, yeah, it was our first trial and first friendly match, and we are also gonna participate in HSL. So anyway, I'm gonna start the game. I hope this game is not one-sided match because I want to see some fun games between you guys and us. Wait.
So I'll take
The observer?
I'll take the top left location in terms of like introducing players, and then you'll take top right.
Okay, good. You start first.
In the top left, spawning in with the blue Terran pieces, it is BBMW.
Okay, on the bottom right hand corner it is Red Zerk, the last ace player from Ryzen 11. Okay, as we start, we have a SCV going out. As I said, I guess it would be a 2 racks proxy, and this is not a all-in build. All 3 SCVs. Okay, it is all-in.
Yep. He timed it out just right, so that way when the third SCV gets on location, he can slap down that third rack.
Yeah. So and the 11, he's going for the first hatchery, which is not a desirable build to defend the 3 racks proxy. But we should see how good his micro is and how good his reaction is and how his experience is at building 3 racks play, because there's plenty of Terrans doing 3 proxy racks in the ladder games.
So my normal reaction when I'm on ladder and I'm playing as Zerg is if I don't scout it right, and I see the SCVs coming up, what I'll do is my first queen that pops from the natural, because normally like you'll get that first queen out before
The
you know
bunker
like
is done.
any real.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is I'll just back up the queen, I'll put my creep tumor a little bit further back, and I'll drop 2 drones from my main, and I'll build spines.
I see. Yeah, I think that's the best thing you can do, and while doing that you can do the 2 gases and make some roaches and ravagers. Okay, he saw it. 11 saw with his overlord that this is the 3 racks push. Okay, this is very standard reaction, and I think it's really nice. Okay, the drones are going out to defend all this. Okay, just 2 drones can kill the SCV. I guess this is over investment.
Okay. He really wants that bunker dead. Although with the next SCVs coming up, I don't think this was the right call.
Okay,
well, now the Lings are here, so it gives an extra amount of DPS, but the Lings get sniped by the Marines quite easily.
And I think 11 is not doing enough micro for this. Drones are not attacking anything. He should surround the Marines and just kill. I think it was kind of not good defense.
No, it definitely was not.
Yeah, if drones surrounded the Marines and if he like killed some Marines, definitely this push would get stopped. But like it didn't. And I think he should rather build 2 second gas and make some roaches or ravagers probably. Okay, he's now going for the cheese rush. He's taking all the SCVs.
Yeah. So this is at the point where the reaction to this was so poor and he lost so many drones that I think this is just an automatic GG. He's building a spine crawler in the main, but I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
I think best call here was to abandon natural early or try and get a full surround on the Marines as they're coming out of the bunkers.
Exactly. Rather than like trying to kill SCVs with like 6 or 8 drones was a poor reaction.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a GG. Okay. So before 0 was a bit of misunderstandings between us, and so it ended much earlier than I thought. Okay.
Well, also 11 was kind of scrambling to get people together.
Yeah, I heard about that also.
Yeah, I was for me as an example, I was the last minute addition. They were trying to get somebody else, but that person was not responding. So
I see. That's why you just suddenly joined the match and stuff like that.
Right. I was like the stopgap. So, and I'm pretty sure now that you guys know the MMR gap is vastly different from.
Yeah, it is.
You know.
Certainly.
So I definitely would like to see some closer matches in the next casted games.
Yep.
I
will make further adjustment with 11 because I now know how the ping problem is, and it's not that much of a big deal, and the MMR gap is like quite enormous between the NA server and KR server. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the further matches. next week, or maybe in HSL, or maybe in team leagues and stuff. Anyways, it was really nice time to cast with you. It was honestly, it's my first time to cast in English. So, yeah.
If it's your first time casting in English, you did quite well.
Oh, thanks.
The only thing I would say is maybe turn down your mic just a little bit because it is quite loud.
Oh, okay. No problem.
But other than that, man, you did fantastically.
Thanks, man. Anyways, I guess that is it for now, and we're gonna close the YouTube stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot, mate.
No problem.
Yep. See you later.
All right. Have a good night or
Good night.
morning. Morning.
Yep, it's morning. Yeah. Good night for you. Bye.
Thank you.